Hey, welcome here. In this video, I am going to tell you how you can use the Claude Cowork, and I will going to tell you the three absurd use cases of Claude Cowork that will bring you ahead from everyone else in the market. All right, let's see that how. By the way, if you are new to this channel, subscribe to this channel because I make the video about the AI, the automations, and how you can use AI to get ahead from your competitors, to be more productive, to make more money, and save more time. Let's start with the video. First use case that you can do is handling your Notion, but not in one way, but in many ways. Alright, let's see that. First thing, open the Cloud Cowork and make sure you connect your Notion over here. So for that, click on the plus icon here, click on the connectors, manage connector. Here, you won't see the option Notion here if it's not connected yet. For that, you have to click on browse connector, click over here, and you can see the Notion over here. Click on the Notion and then click on the connect button over here. I already connected, so it's showing disconnect. Once you click on that, it will redirect to your browser and it will ask you for the authentication. Click on the authorize and the connection will establish. Once done that, you can go and use it. Now I click on the plus icon over here. Now what I want first thing is create the dashboard on my Notion so that I can start using the Notion, right? If you wanted to create your dashboard or any specific page for certain project or any kind of database in the Notion, you can simply do that. So I will talk Cowork, Claude Cowork here, and I will choose the model Sonnet 4.6. Okay. So I'm going to tell it, I need you to create a dashboard on my Notion for my personal task management and productivity. I need task tracker, project management and habit tracker, and few more important details on the dashboard. And also make sure to add over here, feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to ask me questions if you have any. Now what will happen? First you have to define it what you want from on that Notion, what kind of page you want to create, what kind of dashboard you want to create. If you have no idea, if you have completely blank on what kind of database you are looking for, so what you can do, go on the Google and search for Notion dashboard template. Now here, you click on that personal dashboard template, you can see lot of template over here. Based on that, you can see what kind of template you are looking for. You can see the design, you can see the text over there. So as you see, this person organized it in like daily, life, wellness, journal, things like that. If you want, you can keep it this way, right? If you go more, you can see many more over here like this. All right. There are many dashboards, many beautiful dashboards. You don't, if you want, simply you can also use these templates. I am telling you how can you create your own custom dashboard, your own custom content, your own custom databases in your Notion with the help of Claude Cowork. All right. So I will give it some kind of design over here for the reference. So let's see. This one is looking cool. So, but not this one. Let's see. This is also looking cool. I prefer this for the design. So copy this image and I will tell it. By the way, I also gave you the design of the dashboard for reference. Please use that for design purpose. Okay. Now click on let's go and let it work on the task. When it start working on that, you can see it's saying it's starting up. Now it is figuring out what kind of task it have to do. So once it will figure out what kind of task it have to perform, you can see all the tasks listed on the right side of the window. Okay. So it's working on that, and within a seconds you can see those things listed down. And once this process is completed, you can simply go to your Notion and you can see all the Notion database over here that it is working on. All right. So right now it is asking certain questions because we told it ask any questions if have any. So the questions is, would you like the dashboard beyond the task tracker, project management and habit tracker? So here I want daily journal, finance tracker, reading list. Why not? Goals and OKR. Yeah, for sure. For your habit tracker, how would you like to track habits? Daily checkboxes, streak plus status, weekly view with ratings. I would prefer streak plus status. What's your preferred visual style for the dashboard? Clean and minimal, dark and bold, colorful and playful. I prefer dark and bold. So it asks certain questions. Now it have the more clear idea what we are looking for. So now it is working on further steps. So as you can see, great choices. Here is what I will build for you. A comprehensive dark and bold Notion dashboard, and the dashboard will contain task tracker, project management, habit tracker, goals, daily journal, finance tracker, reading and learning list. And you can see the progress of this over here with the list of the tasks that Claude Cowork is performing. So first, it will create the core database in Notion, then create the main dashboard page and linked views for the layout, and then verify all sections read are correctly and links working properly. Alright, and you can see over here the number of tokens it is consuming. Okay, I choose the Sonnet 4.6 model so it consume less token. If you choose the Opus 4.6 model, that will consume much more higher number of tokens, maybe twice or even more. So make sure until and unless you're not doing any kind of task that require very high reasoning, very high level of coding expertise, choose the Sonnet 4.6 model. It's perform best. It gives the almost same level of the performance and consume less token than Opus 4.6. So now it is working on the finance tracker, attempted to create Notion database with incomplete parameters that it is working on. After that, it will fill out the parameters. So it is still working on the first. Let it complete the work and then we see the output. As you can see over here, dashboard is created and now it is filling the dashboard with some data. So it is populating the databases with sample started entries so that it makes looks more sensible, right? So now it is working on the dashboard page and we can see the dashboard as well. So till the time it is working on the dashboard, let's check out the database that it created. So as you can see over here, it created multiple databases for us, like for the project, for the task, for the habit tracker. And not only just that, it also filled out all the databases with some dummy data, like some entry. So here you can see morning workout, drink 8 glasses of water, read 20 minutes, meditate, blah blah blah. So for the habit tracker, it created the category, it created the frequency, notes, status, and the habits, right? For the goals, for the finance tracker. So it filled all the entries over here. And now let's see if our dashboard is ready or not. So you can see dashboard is ready. Now let me populate, that's done. So the progress is completed and let's open the dashboard. All right, let's check it out. So that is our dashboard. Quick navigation. what all we have. We can simply click on this and open the specific database that we want. You can see this. Let's go back. Task tracker, project management, habit tracker, goals, all, and daily journal. So today, if I have this morning workout, blah blah blah. All that's not bad. That is pretty good. Okay. So what we want, what it asks for, it gives us that. Now it did not design that in a way what we want, but we can still ask it further to do the designing of this dashboard and make it in a way that we shared in the image. All right. And then it will do the adjustment of the design. But that's not the main goal over here. So what you are looking for is already here. So now if you wanted to see the dashboard database, we can simply check all these databases here. Okay. Now let's come to our next thing. That is doing the research of our competitors. So with the help of the Claude Cowork, we can do the brainstorm our competitors. We can check out what our competitors are doing, what kind of strategy they are using, right? And then based on that, we can do the same for our business and get ahead from the competitors. Well, doing the competitor research is one of the pretty important activity in the business so that you are remain ahead in the market and don't get behind, because you don't know what your competitor is doing. Then you can like face the very big challenge later on. So it's important to keep doing your competitor research. Let's check it out. So first, for that we have to give it our competitor details so that it can do the research for us. What I will do, I'll go to the clay.com, and here I will take out this list, and let's say I will take out one agency over here who I wanted to do the computer research on. So let's say Pixelo Digital. Okay. I am not going to give it more detail. I will simply tell it, here is my competitor Pixelo Digital, and I want you to do the research on this and find out what they are working on, any update from them, and anything that I should be aware of. Now, to get it more better results, what you can do, you can create your own folder in the cloud here, right? And connect your folder. In that folder, you can give the information about your company, about what kind of offers you promote, what kind of services you provide, what kind of products you have, right? And what is your target audience, who is your competitors, and all those lists. In that way it will give you much better output. Right now I'm giving it just a small context, so it will give the minimal output, the average output. But to get the better results, make sure always give it as much details as possible. All right. So now I will just go on next, and we see the result over here. So it is started doing that. And because I just gave the one competitor, you can give the list of your competitors as you have, right? So if you have the list of the Excel sheet that contains your competitor list, competitor details, simply give it to that, right? The more information you can give, the more better output you will get. And it's just not about giving more information. It is about giving the kind of information that will give you the better output. All right. Now we wait for the result and we see that. So it is running the skill. Okay. So we already have the marketing skill in our data, in our Claude Cowork, and it is using that marketing skill, right? So it is using that, searching on the web, and then it will give us the result. Now let me show you how you can add the marketing skill for yourself as well. Click on this plus icon and plugin, and then click on manage plugins. Now once you click on that, you can see the options called plugins, and for you, this option, this page will be empty. So for that, click on this plus and click on the browse plugins. It already has some of the plugins that you can install. I already installed the marketing plugin. You can add some more plugins like the bio research, customer support, finance, productivity, product management, legal, data, enterprise research, and sales. Now, these plugins, what plugins are basically? It contains some of the commands. It contains some of the details, some knowledge about how to perform the actions, what actions need to perform, what to think, how to act, all kind of important data it contains. It contains the connectors, it contains the skills. Okay. Now, based on that, once you use that, it will be help Claude Cowork to give the better result as well. If you want, you can also create your own plugins as well. I will show you in the next video how to do that. But let's first see the output on what you are working on. I'll go back and we see the result. So it is already doing the research. It checked the Pixelo thing on the LinkedIn and you can see it performed the search. It performed the search on the website, their services and positioning, find their social media activity, compiling competitive intelligence report. Okay. So it's already there. Key things you should be aware of. Alright, so this is really crazy. Just check it out. It tells me completely who they are. Okay. Pixelo, digital is B2P, demand generation and GTM agency. Current positioning, how they are positioning itself. AI first, GTM better partner. Services they offer, their full stack currently includes B2B outbound sales, email, LinkedIn, calling, account-based marketing, programmatic SEO, performance marketing. They are basically giving the cluster of services. Okay. Biggest recent move, prospect 2. Okay. So they are like creating some kind of tool or they are using some kind of tool which is called prospect 2. Okay. That's like their biggest move. So this tool can process 2000 leads under 30 minutes. All right. Not bad. Play partnership, a key signal. They are also using the play. Content and thought leadership strategy, hiring signals. So key things that I should be aware of. Their agency to SaaS pivot is a threat. Their AI first narrative is strong but generic. So I can see some of their weak points, like they are giving the bunch of services, which is their weak point. They are not the master of one. Then it is give me the some of the things that I should be aware of. Like they are using the SaaS software that can be the benefit for them. So I can also like if I am the marketing agency, I can also look into something similar, right? So this is just an example how you can do something similar. When you are running a business, whatever business you are in, you can simply perform the detailed research on your computer without going yourself checking everything out manually. Your AI can do that for you. Just use the Claude Cowork, give it the list of your competitors, and it will perform the detailed research for you, right? With that, let's move to the third one, and which is finding the leads for your business. Okay. So I will open the new chat over here and I will ask it what kind of prospect I am looking for. Okay. What is my business about and what kind of prospect I am looking for. You remember in the last one, I told you about create a folder and give it a folder access where you told about your business, your audience, your target audience, your products, your services. So it knows about your business as much as possible as so it can give you the better output. Now over here, I'm not giving it a very detailed prompt. I already make one video about the doing the prospecting, finding the unlimited leads with the help of Claude Cowork. I can give you the link in the description and also on the I button on this video. You can check that video out. It will help you to know how to find unlimited leads with the help of Claude Cowork. Over here, I will just give you a demo how to do that. I'm going to ask it, I need your help to find 3 highly qualified leads for my AI automation service business. Now, it already know about my business, about my target audience, about my product and services. I'm not going to give it all the details again. So I'm just going to tell it, you know everything about my business and services already. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and help me to find out three leads now. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you to give this a small prompt because this is very small and generic. But in the another video where I give the detailed idea, detailed setup, detail the process of how to do the research using the Claude Cowork, there I give you a very big prompt that you can simply copy and paste, and that will give you the highly personalized and qualified leads that you can simply close very easily. Right? Over here, I'm just giving you this much small prompt and I will show you how you can do the outreach using that. So let's enter and see what it performs. Now just make sure you also check out that video to get the much clear and better idea and also to get the prompt. Okay, it is started already. Just make sure when you do some task like these that require more number of tokens. So it's better like for these tasks, I'm using Sonnet 4.6. It will consume more tokens, but it's okay. If you use Opus 4.6, that will consume much more tokens than Sonnet 4.6. So just make sure like for tasks like these, use Sonnet. Now here it's asking me which industry of type of company do you typically target with your AI automation service? Let's say I would say SaaS and tech companies. What company size do you typically work with? Is startup? What's the main AI automation pain point you solve for clients? Workflow and process automation. I'm just choosing something over here. That's not exactly like what I target out, but I'm just giving a demo over here. All right. So once just make sure whenever you give it prompt any kind of these tasks, give it like the uh give it a prompt to ask you questions when needed. So here it already picture out three qualified leads and now it's doing the research. It's using a tool called Clay that I already input. So let me also show you that. What is Clay do? Clay.com is basically this tool that I show you here. Here you can find a list of the leads, right? List of the huge number of prospect you can say. But those are not your clients. You have to figure out the actually qualified prospect from that. Now, if you go on the clay.com and do the manual search and then checking out each lead one by one yourself, it will consume so much time. I don't like to do such kind of activity where it takes so much of time where I can utilize my time in something more important. And for that, I use Claude Cowork. So here you can see it already went there and now, great, now I have a clear picture. I searched three highly qualified leads, decision makers at such startups who are likely struggling with manual workflow bottleneck. Let me pull this up now. Okay. And now it gave me these data, blah, blah, blah. All right. So here are your three highly qualified leads. Lead one, this. Raycast, CEO and co-founder, 42 employees, London, UK based, raised this much, and LinkedIn profile. Why he is a great fit? So it not only gave me the lead, it also gave me why this person or this company is a right fit for me. And suggested angle through which I can do the outreach. Okay. Then this belly pamphlet, quick next steps I can help you with. Now what I want from this, let's go ahead and do something really interesting. I'm not going to do the outreach manually myself. I will ask Claude Work to do this for me. So perfect. Now what I need from you to send out the highly personalized email to these prospects and help me to close the deal. Okay. So now let's see what I do. Okay. Now what I ask it, to do send out the personalized email, not something random email, not something generic email. Personalized email will help you to close more sales, right? So we first already did a very quality and personalized research, qualified research, finding the very right prospect for us with the help of Lord Cowork. And now we are doing the outreach not by us, but by the Cloud for Work automatically and using the highly personalized email. Okay. So now what it's doing, it is again running a skill. I'm impressed with the skills that it have because it will help you out to do a detailed thing. And because those skills already developed, it can simply do a lot of things for you. Okay. So it is running the skill, updating the to-do list, running a skill again. So what it's doing, see on the right side, drafting personalized email for all three leads. Then save final email sequence as a Word document. Let's check it out. Okay. Let it perform the task 1 and task 2 and then we see the result. Alright, so our output, the list of the emails is ready over here. Let's check it out. So it not only creates the 3 emails for each person but create the 9 email outreach for different days so that I can also follow up with those people. Email 1 that goes on day 0, email 2 that goes on day 4, and email 3 that goes on day 10. Only when the response did not came. Alright, let's check out those emails. So over here, and you can see such a powerful and beautiful design here. Personalized outreach email sequences. Okay, for this person, wow, this is looking so beautiful actually. Right? It also tell me the hook angle, the outreach angle it used. So the whole email is here. Okay, then next email and third email. Then for the another person, and then for the last race. So who is that, like why this lead is perfect? What is the outreach angle and the emails? That is so cool. And now after this, if I wanted to ask, right, send out those emails. Here it told me replace this your name and calendar link with your detail before sending and send email one from personal work email, not a bug tool. Okay, if any of them to reply to email one and the secrets immediately, move to the discovery call. So let's check out one last thing. Instead of I go and manually send out the emails, I need this tool to do that for us. So what I will do, I'll ask it, can you send out the first email to person one and it's okay to not include the calendar link. Alright? Because right now I don't have the calendar link. So, but I want to send out the email right now immediately so that we can check out. Okay? So I will ask it, I ask Claude Work to send out the email for us so we don't have to do that manually. Okay. Now that's the really interesting part. And if this can do that, we will be completely automated because we can do so much. After this, you can simply create this whole process into one skill and every day you can just run the skill. Claude Work will automatically find the leads for you, create the emails for you, and send out the emails and do the outreach. In that way, you can get the unlimited clients and without putting any manual effort. Plus, you will get the calls booked because you are sending the highly personalized emails to highly qualified leads. The chances of the getting the calls booked will be much higher. Okay. So now it is Sed's job. Let me first grab Thomas' verified email address, then I'll compose and confirm before sending. So now it's finding the Thomas email ID, okay, from the clay itself. Alright. Now it's going further on, checking the further details. Perfect. Thinking. So first task, finding the email ID and then compose and send the email. So unfortunately, Clay wasn't able to surface a verified email address. That's okay. So option 1, you know his email. Try the common recast pattern. His email is very likely this. Or option 3 LinkedIn first. So it's giving me three options because Clay don't have the verified email ID. So it's asking me to either I provide the email ID to him, or so what I will do, if you can't find the email ID on Clay, find it on Google or on his website. Okay, I don't want to do any kind of manual effort over here, right? So I need this to do that thing by itself, right? And it's good we saw this error. Now what we can do next time when we create this scale, we tell the Claude, if you could not find the email, just make sure you do the research on Google or on the website and find the email ID over there so that you can send out the email. It should be the Claude Cowork task, not should be ours. That's how we automate. Perfect. Let's see that. Over here, it's checking out on the website, okay, to find out the email for this person. It's not stop over there. It check out the website, right, and figuring out the email. So it need me permission. I'm click on yes. So found it. His personal website has a public contact email. That's perfect. Now let me put up your Gmail profile and confirm everything before sending. So now it figure out the email, and before I send, here is the exact email that will go out. Please confirm. Name. Should I sign off as a smarty? No. Sign off as Bharat Chan, and done. Now it will send out the email, and this email is good. Let's check it out actually, because when the email will go out, that will be really cool. So let's see what's the final step is doing. Phase is this one. It could not send out the email actually because the Gmail connection that it don't have the sending facility. Alright, so what we can ask instead, we can ask it to give us a draft and then we can send out manually. That is one way. Another way to automate this completely, we can create one database in Notion and we can create the automation outside of the Claude in the N8N over tool that we show you, the tool called N8N. We can use this tool, okay? Over here, we can create the automation as soon as the new email ID, the new prospect come down, it automatically send out the email for us. In that way, the whole process will be completely automated, right? If you want to learn that process, like how you do this complete thing into a skill and completely automate this, you can join my AI membership. The link is in the description, okay? There I will tell you the whole automated process for that. But I hope you like this video. If you like this whole video, if you like the things that I shared with you here, I share the things beyond the other people are talking about in the industry, in the AI world. So if you like my channel, if you like my videos, subscribe to this channel, watch more of my videos. I keep uploading the content about the AI, about the automations, and how AI can help you to save more time, be more productive, and make even more money. All right, I'll see